So an experiment that I did today, I took 150 of my long form YouTube videos and I put them into an AI model to figure out what separates my hits from my flops. And it turns out I've been wrong about a lot of things. MLJAR reached out and asked me to try their tool on my own channel data. So the numbers I'm going to show you are real. It's my actual channel, not going to sugarcoat things. The data doesn't care about my feelings, and what it showed me was a little bit humbling, honestly. So I'm going to show you what I found, the result, the tool I used, and the 4 changes that I'm going to make starting this week. So here's what I did. First, I had AI export every single video from my YouTube channel. It pulled up all the metadata, the views, the duration, the title, publish time, all of it. Then I split it up into my top 25% by views and then my bottom 75% by views. So basically I consider anything over 12,000 views, that's a pretty good video. That did well. If it's under that, then maybe it was more of a flop. And my goal is to figure out, hey, what makes my videos that get a lot of views? So this is their website, and they have a desktop app called MLJAR Studio. So I downloaded that. So open to MLJAR Studio, going to click create a new analysis here. Then I'm going to do an AI assisted notebook. So in here is where I'm going to build the model. And before you just tune out thinking this is complicated, it's not. MLJAR is basically a desktop app for people like you and me who aren't data scientists. You don't have to write the code. You just drag in the CSV, pick what you want it to predict, and hit go. So and under the hood, it's using open source MLJAR supervised library. So it's been around for a lot of years. It's a legitimate thing. It's battle tested. But this Studio app is basically a wrapper so that everyday people can use this. So we're going to go down here to this piece of code section, and we're going to click read data. We're going to click read CSV. That's where I have my YouTube videos. All right, now that we got our file in there, we're just going to click insert and execute. All right, so now we got our file loaded. We're going to go to data wrangling here, and we're going to go to select XY. So then the X columns are going to be just the columns in the spreadsheet, and the Y column is going to be target. Then we'll click insert and execute. So then we're going to go to the MLJAR Auto ML, and we're going to do the train. Make sure that the training mode is explain, and we'll insert and execute that. So now it's training the models based on our data here. So it trained 6 models on our data, and then it also trained an ensemble, so all of them put together to get the best answer here. So then it spit out about 100 analysis files automatically. ROC curves, confusion matrix, SHAP plots, feature importance charts, lift curves, calibration. Honestly, I don't understand almost any of it, but I don't need to because the important parts are there in plain English. So the first piece of interesting information that I found is this AI model. It ranked what importance went into my success videos versus my flop videos, and duration was actually the number one thing. So the number one factor, the number one difference between my hit videos and my flop videos was how long they were. So I had AI calculate based on my spreadsheet what was the average length of my hit videos and what was the average length of my flop videos. And my hit videos averaged 8 minutes about. My flop videos averaged about 3 minutes. So that was very telling to me, and the data models say that that's the most important factor, the biggest difference between the hits and the flops. And that was really interesting to me because YouTube gurus have been saying that, cut the videos, make them shorter. People don't have long attention spans, make them as short as you can. But that's not what my data is showing. My data is showing that 8-minute videos perform a lot better than 3-minute videos. So again, that's really helpful information for me to know. And if you go look at my most successful videos, they are longer videos usually. The shorter ones don't do as well. So really helpful information for me as a YouTuber. Then I got this heat map of what is important and what factored into my hit videos versus my flop videos. And there were 5 things that I thought really mattered, but the model says it doesn't actually matter at all, hasn't affected it at all. The first one was publish time. This kind of surprised me, but barely mattered at all what time I publish. I always thought, I got to publish at the right time when there's peak people there, but that's not what it's found. It doesn't matter when I publish. It really has basically no bearing on the hits versus flops. Another one was publish day of the week. I have sponsors who ask me, hey, make sure you post on a Monday or make sure you post on a Wednesday. But the data actually shows it doesn't matter. There's no difference. It has virtually no importance on hits versus flops. Another one was question marks or exclamation points in the titles. Again, that's something that YouTube gurus will say, oh yeah, you'll get way better results. But again, my data has shown not really much importance at all. 15% of my hits had question marks. 12% of my flops had question marks. So no difference. Same with exclamation points. 3% of my hits had them. 8% of my flops didn't. So it's barely any difference. And then this was a big one. Most YouTube gurus will say that you put the year in your video title and you'll do a lot better. But again, not in my case. So I had 6% of my hits had the year in them, 9% of the flops did. So that's barely any difference. So this has been really helpful for me because, again, a lot of times we make decisions based on our gut feeling. Like, oh, I feel like, 9 a.m. might perform better than 11 a.m. for posting my videos. That's wasted brain power because I can make a decision just based on the data that it doesn't matter. Just launch it. You're up. It's ready to go. Just go ahead and launch it. The algorithm doesn't care when I post. Just post. So again, what does matter was the duration was by far the most important factor. But also the title length was number 2, how long the title is. The description length had a little bit of relevancy there. My hits had descriptions of 1,640 characters. My flops had 960. So 71% longer in my hits. So I think this is definitely longer descriptions. You get more keywords in there, but they do a lot better. The word I in the title, I thought that was important, not really important. So very cool tool. Again, I built this in Studio, but it generated actual Python code to examine the data and run these AI models to train on them. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not a data scientist. I used to be a software engineer, but very different than a data scientist. I know enough Python where I can kind of spot, what it's doing in the scripts that it wrote. But it's also cool, this all ran locally on my machine. So, my video data never left my computer. This all ran locally here in MLJAR Studio. So if you're wanting to mess around with this, or if you're wanting to make data-driven decisions on your data, I'm going to leave a link down to MLJAR. I would love for you to check it out. Let me know in the comments, what kind of data are you going to examine? What decisions do you need to make that you want to be data-driven rather than gut feeling-driven? For me, big takeaways, I'm making my videos longer, not shorter, so at least 8 minutes does better. I'm writing longer descriptions. I'm using first-person titles when I can, but it doesn't really matter that much. I'm ignoring publish time. I'm just going to publish whenever, and I'm ignoring day of the week publish. It's just whenever. Whenever I got the video done, I'm going to launch it. So that's it. 150 videos, 14 seconds of training time, and a pretty clear picture of what I can do to improve my YouTube channel. But thank you, MLJAR, for reaching out. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys all for watching. God bless you all, and have a great rest of the day.